What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Power Button Podcast. I'm your co-host, Darren Badmouth Beasley, and who the fuck are you?
I'm your co-host, Josh Meany.
That's right, and today we're here to talk about a whole bunch of interesting shit. Maybe not the coronavirus, though. Okay, listen, two big words, okay?
We're recording this right after the state of emergency announcement from Donald Trump. State of emergency, two very big words.
Two very big words, okay? Yeah, that sucks. It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean shit to me. Why? I can hear myself.
You can?
Oh, yeah.
Might be the headphones
Yeah, it's
over
the
there.
headphones. It's the headphones.
God
It's
damn
kind
it.
of cool, though. No, because it lets me know that I'm talking.
That you're still
You
going.
know what I mean? So yeah, the coronavirus sucks. It cancels a whole bunch of shit. Pushed
Yep.
back.
That's
what's that
actually
movie?
the first topic I had put down. I figured we'd talk about it because it's actually podcast related now. They're canceling movies, productions are shutting down.
I don't know. Canceling? They're postponing.
Postponing movies. I'm sorry.
I don't think they're
not canceling. They're
anything.
postponing movies. The productions for certain things that are filming are getting shut down.
Yeah.
The one that hit me the most is I'm supposed to go see A Quiet Place 2 next week, and they pushed that.
Yeah.
That's the one that hit me. I was like,
I saw
Damn
that
it.
Quiet Place got pushed, and I was like, damn, because that
and
was
then
coming out
everything-
soon.
Yeah. I think the first thing I noticed that got pushed was the James Bond movie.
Oh,
got
yeah.
pushed from April and November. That was like last week.
Yeah. Okay.
And then this week it was just
You
one
know what?
after another. Just
you know what?
postponing them.
At first, I thought it was kind of ridiculous, but then you heard that they canceled the ACC games for like the NBA, not the NBA, but the basketball.
Yeah.
They showed like a picture of like the stadium, like when they're gonna play, and there's no one there. Like nobody's there. The stadium's damn near empty.
Yeah, even like talk shows, they made it so audiences couldn't come. And then I saw today that some of them just completely just shut down. Like it was Jimmy Fallon and Seth Meyers completely shut down. Because the first announcement was that they were just going to do it without the live audience. But everything's shutting down, man. I feel, you know what I feel bad for? I don't know why. New Mutants, that poor movie that was filmed and finished 3 years ago. This is now the fourth time it's had a release date push. So they might as well just keep the thing.
Yeah, I
just
know,
keep
right?
it.
Yeah.
Macy Williams, the little girl from Game of Thrones, who's in that, doesn't even look like that anymore. She looks older than that. That movie was filmed 3 years ago. You know what I mean? They might as well just give up.
That's just God telling them not to release the movie after
Please,
4 times.
don't drop this.
After 4 times in the coronavirus,
I'm
like,
surprised
just don't
Disney
do it.
went ahead and was like, "Yeah, we're gonna drop the movie."
Whatever.
Honestly, I thought it'd end up on the floor.
I don't give a shit about that movie.
I
really
think
don't
anyone
care.
does. That's why I'm saying they might why drop
Might as
it?
well not even not even drop it. So yeah, no, but the basketball game was completely empty, so I can see why certain things are like, well, we should do a show, and then no one comes to the show. No one's there at the show, so they're like, well, we're not going to do it then, you know.
And then it's obviously going to affect the box office.
Yeah, the theaters.
So I see why
the
movies
theaters.
that especially the big movies, movies like Fast 9 that will
Yeah,
probably crack $1 billion. You know what I mean?
Right. They don't want to release
James
it
Bond.
during the coronavirus because no one will go to the theaters to see it, which is kind of silly.
Sucks.
Kind of silly.
It sucks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, listen, I'm pretty much living the same life I was living prior.
Right.
Not much has changed. Okay, I still wash my hands just as much as I did before the.
I do it even more now. I get fucking because at work we took a whole bunch of precautions. They put a whole bunch of hand sanitizer things, all these different things. We wipe everything down. Every shift. And I've never used hand sanitizer so much in my life, though.
Well,
it's more like conscious. My hands are dry as shit.
Here's the thing with hand sanitizer, and correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe this is a big urban myth that I'm unaware of, but hand sanitizer affects bacteria.
Right, and germs. It doesn't kill viruses,
No.
right?
So I could still get the virus
me and
off.
somebody at work were talking about that. I'm like, why did they add a whole bunch of hand sanitizer things and put a bunch of tissues everywhere? Like, that's not really helping.
No.
But I walk by one, I'm like, put it on my hands anyway. Shit's dry.
If I get it, I get it. You know, I'm more afraid or cautious of giving it to other people at my work.
And people
who could get
won't
killed
survive.
from it. Exactly. I could walk it off, do some jumping jacks and push-ups, and but the 50-year-old guy
It's
next
older,
to me,
and I don't know if any babies have been affected by it, but I'm sure it's not good for a fucking baby to get. Even if they get the
Anything.
flu, it's horrible.
Anything.
Yeah. So it's very young people to very old people.
How did I survive? Jesus Christ. I just think about how many times I've gotten the flu. I want you to understand, I've gotten the flu almost every year of my life.
You
Almost.
don't get your flu shot?
Except for 5. I do. No, I do. I've got my flu shot and then got the flu. But anyway. Well, and I don't mean that little demo period. Obviously, when you get the shot, they inject you with the
and
bit.
you get
a little sick,
days after,
but no, I've gotten
That's not
actually
the
the
flu,
flu
but
after.
like,
Exactly,
yeah.
right. And I was working a couple years ago, got the shot and felt the sickness and got right over it. And I was like, thank God, But most years of my life, I've suffered from the flu, and I'm expecting to get it this year. I'm expecting to get the coronavirus. I'm just prone to this shit, but that's fine if I get it.
Well,
I
if
just,
you can do me a favor and just throw the mic away. Get the fuck out.
Yeah. So Spawn, Mortal Kombat.
Okay, yeah, I saw the trailer, but I haven't played at all.
I haven't played it
out of all
either.
the characters, that was the only one that I'm like, all right, when that comes out, then
Get you back
I'm
into
gonna
it.
buy that character.
Yeah. Okay, so I didn't play it either. Even though I'm pretty sure, I'm starting to regret buying these season passes for the game.
I didn't buy it for Mortal Kombat, the new Mortal Kombat.
Because by the time the end characters come out, I'm not playing the game anymore. Like I already
when did Mortal Kombat 11 come out?
a year ago,
The
April.
last April, right?
Yep, April 20th. Yep. And
Spawn was the one I was so hype about, and it's just now coming out.
yeah, exactly.
Is it out yet, or is it about?
No,
to come
it's if you have the season pass or whatever, you get them a couple weeks early.
Okay.
So like I said, I'm pretty sure I can go home and download them because I actually bought the season
You did?
pass, but I'm not even utilizing it. I haven't downloaded any of the new characters.
I haven't touched Mortal Kombat 11. I beat the story, and then I'm like, all right, I'm done.
I only got Shang Tsung. That was the only DLC character that I got. Didn't get any. Paid for them. Didn't even. They're not even installed. Oh, hold on now.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Hold on. So I saw Spawn. I saw some of his intro dialogue and shit like that. He had this one dialogue. Sent me to the Stone Ages. It's not gonna compel you. It's not gonna grip you. It's not gonna mean anything to
What
you,
do
but
you
it
say,
means a lot
Darren?
to me. Yes. No. He is the voice actor for. Let me think. The Arbiter from Halo 3. Do you know that?
Mm-mm.
It's the guy from. He's a famous black guy. Mass Effect. You ever play Mass Effect? No. Jesus Christ.
No, never
I
played Mass
named
Effect.
2 of the biggest games of like the decade: Halo 3 and
Yeah.
Mass Effect.
But we talked about it before. I only played really Halo Reach. I was
know,
never a big
I know,
Halo fan.
I know.
And then Mass Effect, that one just went by me, I guess.
Yeah.
'Cause you always talked about it, but
Damn, I don't know his name, but you know him. He's a black guy. He's famous for his voice.
James Earl Jones.
Yeah, well, right? No, it's not him. Anyway, it doesn't matter. He's playing Spawn, is my point.
Okay.
And you know how they're from, it's a DLC character, so he's got, he meets Scorpion. And him and Scorpion, like, I don't know, how much you know about Spawn?
I just saw the movie.
Okay. So you know probably just enough to be.
Yeah.
You,
Yeah, like
you
I like
understand
Spawn.
Spawn.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get it. So, they're both from hell. They're both Hellspawn. Scorpion being one and Spawn being one. They're
Right.
just completely different, like, cultural backgrounds, but they're the same thing, essentially.
I never even thought of that.
Except,
but yeah, you're
right, you know what I mean? Except for Scorpion doesn't have a suit, where Spawn's suit is part of his thing. But other than that, and he said, this shit got me. He was like, so Spawn lands and he asks Scorpion, have you ever been to different dimensions? And Scorpion says, yes, and they all have their own injustices. And then Spawn says, oh, that's probably why my soul still burns. I was like, okay, so listen, right? The thing is, the injustices is a double entendre for he's been in Injustice, Scorpion, as a character. Spawn has been in Soul Calibur back in like 2002. That's why he says my soul still burns, because the soul still burns. That's
It's
from
like bars.
yeah, I know. That's from like 93. Like when you would play Soul Calibur on the arcade and you would lose, it was like, you have been defeated, but your soul still burns. That's what it says. For Spawn to say that and while he's in that dialogue, I couldn't believe it. Like, and I was like, how many people know this? Because I fuck with it.
It's almost like
heavy.
an Easter egg.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. But some people will look at it and
That's
be
why
like,
they
"Ah,
did it,
whatever."
because they knew people who know will know.
Will
and they'll
know.
love it. Yeah. That's cool.
Man.
That's cool.
Oh, dog, you don't understand. I paused the video and I was like, I started just hitting myself in the face, you know?
God damn. What else happened? Oh, real quick, I just wanted to touch upon it. Don't really want to go into it because I know how it is. But the new Black Widow trailer came out. It's the last trailer, right?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't see it, right? So I'm watching it, and it took me days. It took me days, which is unlike me. Like, you know how trailers for Marvel movies come out. I'm like, oh, I'm right on top of that. It took me days to see it because I just been in that, like, I don't really care about this movie. Will I see it? Eventually. But
Yeah, right.
I watched this trailer, dog, and they show Taskmaster.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think he's going to be dope.
Yeah.
They were showing him, right? And he's like watching footage of like Avengers doing like fighting. They showed the scene from Iron Man 2 when Black Widow's in the hallway.
Oh, yeah.
And doing all that, and
Yeah.
he's studying it. And so he's using the shield like Captain America, and then it cuts to him doing flips like Black Widow, and then he goes like this, and claws come out like Black Panther. Because he was like
Okay.
watching the footage, and I'm
Uh-huh.
like, this looks like an Avengers level threat, you know
Yeah,
what I
right.
mean?
Well, he
Like,
is supposed to be higher than Well, technically, I guess he's supposed to be a Black Widow villain, from my
Is he?
understanding.
Okay.
He's one of the ones that fights Black Widow.
Okay.
Like, but I personally
He's a
feel
problem.
like I feel like he's gonna. I said this before. He would run Black Widow's shit through the mud.
Yeah, we've talked about that before. Yeah.
He would just. There's no. She's not. Beating
That's what
him.
I was saying. I'm watching him fight, and I'm like,
She's not beating him.
no, she
But-
has
but
because she has
that's
the
the
other
team.
people. Yeah,
Exactly.
that's why
Yeah,
she needs
yeah,
the team.
yeah.
She can't take him.
No.
He looks like a problem. And then seeing him with the hood on, it's like, yeah, it's not the black. Did I say Black Mask?
I think. Oh, did you say it before?
I might have.
Oh yeah, you're supposed to say Taskmaster.
Taskmaster.
You didn't
I'm
say
pretty
Task-
sure I said, and we went along. You knew who I was talking about. I think I said Black Mask, but
Yeah.
Taskmaster, like seeing him with the hood on, it's like, yeah, it's not classic. Like
Mhm.
what I'm really used to seeing him look. He looks very different,
Mhm.
but something about when I saw him with the hood, I'm like,
Well, yeah, with the hood. is
yeah, I'm
supposed
like,
to-
okay, now I see because
yeah.
the first pictures that came out, he didn't have his
Yeah,
hood on.
yeah,
Remember
right.
all that, and I was like, no. And then with the hood, I'm like, so I think he might be really cool. How that movie is gonna be, I don't know, but I think Taskmaster is gonna be interesting to watch.
Yeah, I
you
hope
know
so.
what I mean? Like using all the styles of the Avengers, like Jesus.
I just want him to kick ass. Really, I
Yeah,
want him to
yeah.
kick ass.
Because I'm not expecting to get much from this movie because it's not the Black Widow movie that I wanted. We've talked about this before. You know what I mean? But we'll see. We'll see.
I mean,
It made me excited to see him though. Seeing that last trailer, I was like, first off, this is a damn good trailer. It's one of the best trailers they did, and it's the last one. And then Taskmaster was great.
You know what? Did you ever play Crisis?
I don't think so.
No. Do you know? I don't know. There's Crisis 1, 2, and 3. You never played them?
No, I'm pretty sure I've heard that. Like that sounds familiar.
Yeah. You haven't seen? Have you seen like the covers for them or anything?
I don't think.
No. Fuck it.
I don't
God, yeah,
know.
because you'd make the comparison. He
Mhm.
looks like the guy you play as in Crisis.
Really?
Yeah, the cover has him. Crisis 3, the cover, he's got the bow and arrow, and he's got this black suit with these goggles and everything. And then I saw the thumbnail for the new trailer, or for whatever,
Mhm.
and he's got a bow and
Yeah, he's
arrow
got the
with the
bow and arrow,
black
yep.
suit and everything. I'm like, that looks a lot like Crisis. Looks a lot like the nigga from the Crisis. I don't know what his name is, but
Yeah. What else? Anything else you could think of?
I just got a bunch of random shit, Like they've been updating Battlefront 2.
Yeah.
I know you don't play it,
No,
you know, but
I like hearing about it.
I
I
like-
do. I
I-
like. It makes me happy that they corrected themselves.
Yes.
And, like they're making this game better.
and I get to
That's
enjoy
awesome.
Star Wars content.
Mhm.
I get to enjoy old Star
I
Wars
feel you.
content.
That's really the vibe I got from Mandalorian. Like
Oh,
I
yeah.
had problems with certain episodes. I'm like, oh, whatever. But I was happy to be a Star Wars fan again. It was just
Uh-huh.
such dark times.
Yeah.
And then seeing that, I'm like, is it the greatest thing in the world? No, there's some issues, but this is Star Wars. It feels like
Yep.
Star Wars. I don't have problems with any of like the canon in it or
Right,
anything like that.
exactly,
You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
and it really felt good to get some good Star Wars content.
Yeah. That's how I feel about Battlefront 2. Like
Mhm.
I'll be playing Battlefront 2, and now I'm more into Star Wars. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm looking up like stories and things like that. Like I saw the story because I know you like Star Wars stories, Doug. There's something about telling people, listen, if you're into Star Wars and you know a story that isn't in the movie, and you tell another Star Wars fan,
It's always
they're like,
interesting.
"Oh,
yeah.
shit,
Yeah,
like, kill
yeah,
it too." But there was a story of, actually, which one? So there, okay, I have to show you this one. Okay, along with the Godzilla thing, dog. I meant to show you the Godzilla Shin Godzilla from Japan. It won like best picture or won best design. I don't know what it won. It won some award in Japan. I meant to show you the scene from it. It came out a couple years ago, and Godzilla looks creepy. He looks scary. Like he's a creature of pain. He's not a hero. He's like this. He's like a tormented lizard that was just irradiated. So when he goes to the city, he's not having a good time. You know, he's just killing aimlessly. But his abilities are fire, and he looks scary. And I meant to show you, but I keep forgetting. Remind me after this podcast.
The episode, yeah, we'll check it out.
Ben wanting to show you for a long fucking time. Anyway, so General Grievous has got to be like probably my favorite.
This is one of my favorites.
Sith, I don't know, but
characters,
yeah.
Star Wars movies.
That's the thing. Do I call him a Sith? He doesn't do Force powers, and he's not in with the Sith. He just kills Jedi,
right? Which is dope.
He's a part of the Sith side. Oh, nice, Casey. Jesus, you got to give her a bookshelf, or I mean I don't know.
Bookshelf. What? Jesus Christ, Casey! You gotta give her a bookshelf. I'll do it.
I meant to say like a stack of books to lean on, but came on as bookshelf. I'm half in the bag, so
I feel that. I feel that to my core. We were drinking a little too much before we started this episode.
Too much? I don't know about too much. Okay,
two very big words.
Two very big words. So yeah, how much time we got left?
About 17 minutes.
Wow. Okay, we're fine.
Yeah,
what the hell was I talking about? Oh yeah. So there was this
now we're not fine.
So there's a story, right? Wrap this up super quick, super dope, right? I saw it. Now it's actually part of the Clone Wars.
Okay.
The TV show, and it's fire. Like I didn't watch the Clone Wars because I thought it was like a kids thing, and it's animated Star Wars. I'm not into that. Star Wars Rebels is the kid one. That's the one that's full of shit. Yeah, it's more aimed
towards kids. Yeah, and then
Stupid.
They took it to another level with Resistance. I won't even watch that one. You even hear about Resistance?
No.
Yeah, there's another Star Wars cartoon that's actually out on Disney Plus.
Called
and
Resistance?
It's really aimed towards kids, like hard.
I heard people saying that, like, who would I hear say? I can't remember who I heard say it, but they were like, yeah, Star Wars is a kid's movie. Like episode 1.
I've heard that.
And 2.
I've heard multiple people say
and it's like
Freddie Prinze Jr. You know how he's like really into Star Wars? He plays the voices.
Oh, Starkiller?
No, not that guy.
Oh,
Freddie Prinze Jr. He plays like
Sounds like a black guy.
No, he's white. He was actually what's his face in Scooby Doo?
Shaggy?
No,
Fred.
Fred. He played in the live action.
Oh.
Freddie Prinze Jr.
Oh, okay.
But he's really involved in Star Wars. He actually plays the voice of what's his name in Rebels? Like Kanan.
Oh, yeah.
He plays that voice, and he's like really into doing like the animated voices. He loves Star Wars, and he went on this rant about like how people are bitching about Star Wars, and he's like, it's for kids, and I'm like, I don't believe that. Can it be aimed towards kids? Sure. Star Wars isn't a
kids movie.
Like what? Think about the first Star Wars movie ever. You telling me that's a kids movie?
No.
No,
you know what? Here's the thing with Star Wars, unique, and it's been lasting for ever since the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
People are still into Star Wars, and not to get too off topic, but I was just thinking about. I was at work and I was walking around and I had a lot of time to just think to myself about certain things, and I was thinking about some of the things I was going to say on this podcast, like General Grievous and stuff like that. And I was like, wow, I've been a fan of General Grievous since like 2003.
Yeah,
and it's
Elementary
2020.
School.
And I'm still talking about him. He's still relevant.
I still love to see him, even though we're not even getting much new footage.
We're certainly not
going
to get any more new General Grievous content, but like
just in like the Clone Wars.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and that blows my mind. Star Wars is timeless. It's timeless. That's it. And so to suggest that it was for kids, like, okay, I know there's kids movies that are timeless, and there are kid elements, especially in episode 1, like Jar Jar Binks.
Of course,
certainly kids.
It's like kid friendly. Like I was a kid when I saw Star Wars, and I loved it.
Exactly,
but it wasn't
my
just
dad
like,
was there too.
Yeah, it's not a kid show.
No,
or a kids movie.
Kids movie. No,
you know what I
it's
mean?
not.
Like no.
And what else was? It's like Marvel. Marvel's not a kid. Endgame's not for children.
Right.
it's actually you know what makes it so good is that it's really for everybody.
Mhm.
It's really for parents.
That's what Marvel
It's really
really
for you
works
and I.
to do. Yeah,
It's really for children.
Disney
it's
likes
really
to
for,
do that in general.
Yeah, it's for anybody who is just anybody at any age. You know.
Yeah,
And-
Disney even does it with their animated films.
Yeah.
They put some stuff for adults in too. Like,
Yeah, and that's really what
family
gets
friendly.
it so big. Yeah,
Mhm.
family friendly.
Mhm.
Everyone, your son who's 20, your wife who's 40, and
Your
your
grandma
daughter who's
even.
yeah,
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
like
yeah,
it's for everyone.
Seriously.
And so that's what makes it so appealing, and that's part of the reason I feel like what's his name, Martin Scorsese. I don't know if he really understands that, but
There's
um,
some things I don't think he understands. That's all right. He knows how to make a movie.
yeah,
That's
right.
the important part. I
um,
guess.
what the hell was I talking about though?
The Grievous story.
No, the Grievous story. Yes.
Mhm.
So let's just get that out of the way. So there's a story, Clone Wars. Okay, one of the seasons of Clone Wars. You know Kit Fisto?
That sounds so familiar.
He's the green Jedi that rolled up on Sidious with Windu,
Okay.
and he was the last one to get killed in the room.
Okay.
So he's there, and he's setting a trial. He's being lured to the planet, this specific planet,
Mhm.
by Palpatine, who is the senator. You know, because he's talking to the Jedi, so he's and he's really leading him to Grievous's lair on this planet because he knows where the fuck Grievous is. So he's like, yeah, you're gonna go to this planet, you're gonna investigate, blah blah blah. So Kit Fisto brings his Padawan or his apprentice, whatever, and brings some clone troopers there. They go there to this planet, and they're walking around or whatever, and they don't know that they're going into Grievous's lair. They have no idea. And so Grievous is coming home, from a day at work, and he shows up, and like all the lights are turned off because they figure out that they're in Grievous's lair, but Grievous has no idea. So Grievous shows up, and he's
on
like,
YouTube.
yeah, I saw this on YouTube. And so he shows up, and he's looking around. He's like, well, what's going on? He's doing his thing. And Kit Fisto and his apprentice hop out, and they turn the lightsabers on, and they surprise Grievous. Grievous is like, oh, okay, Jedi scum, like, let's go. So he starts fighting him or whatever. The weirdest shit. Yeah, forearms. The clone troopers pull out these, like, grapple guns and shoot them on Grievous's hips, right? So one on each side. And then Kit Fisto cuts his legs off. This nigga falls to the ground and starts crawling along the floor with his arms, right? And you see the flashlights because they're trying to they're trying to pull him, right? So you have these clone troopers yanking on Grievous as he's crawling across the floor. And it was the weirdest scene. And he's got his lightsabers, right? So, they're Kit Fisto's standing over him. He just throws the fucking saber, Grievous is trying to escape, so he turns his lightsaber on. He's like, and he just whips it like a frisbee, Kit Fisto blocks it. He hops up on the ceiling, and he picks up a clone trooper, and he throws him around. And he gets away by walking across the ceiling. And the scene was so...
The imagery of that.
Yeah, the imagery of that. He had no legs, and he's just like, and he's laughing. I'm like, this is wild, dog.
Grievous is an animal.
Yeah, yes.
He really is. Like, I'm sorry to say this. I'm sorry, guys. But the fact that Obi-Wan beat him is absolute horseshit to me. I feel like Grievous
Wait a minute.
would have ended his shit.
Wait a minute. Okay, I'll explain that in a second. I'll explain that. God, dog, ever since Battlefront 2, I've been getting back into Star Wars hardcore. Not the new Star Wars.
No,
but the old Star
that's
Wars.
great though. That's great.
Yeah, it's resurrected my So anyways, Grievous gets away and he's sitting in his little chair, whatever Dooku calls him, and he's like, oh, what's going on? He's like, what? You can't take on some Jedi? You can't take on two of these Jedi? He's like, oh, I'm gonna kill these motherfuckers. This doctor bot comes in and goes, oh, Grievous, what? You gonna let some Jedi, cut your legs out? It's the only bot that can talk to Grievous that way because he actually fixes Grievous up. So he gets Grievous on this table and he's putting new legs on him. Now, Grievous was trying to get away. He got shot in the face. He got shot right in his mask, so it's like black area. And the bot goes to take his mask off, and Grievous makes the weirdest, I can't. It sounds like the same exact effect or sound that he made when he died, when he got shot in his chest. It's like he was getting revved up, and he's cutting his mask and he's taking the mask off of his face, and we never get to see his face. The scene ends and then you don't get to see his face.
Cool.
But he's taking the plate off.
We gotta check that out.
Oh,
After.
I couldn't believe it. I'm like, that had been out this entire time, and
I almost wish you just showed me and didn't even
I
tell
know,
me. That
right, I
actually
know.
would have been kind of better. You should tell me. I'm like, that's fire. That's fire. We
I
gotta
know.
check that out.
yeah.
How much time we got left? About 8 minutes. I saw The Invisible Man.
Oh,
Yeah, I loved it. I loved it, dog. I can't believe it. Because we were talking about on one of the episodes, it's like, oh, you're doing The Invisible Man. Like, what are you gonna do that we haven't seen? But it's a different Invisible Man movie. It is. I haven't seen anything like it.
it's not
It
like
was
Hollow
different.
Man.
No, it's not like Hollow Man. And the story was compelling. You know, he's not out on the he's just after her because he's just obsessed with her. It's an abusive relationship. But like, I don't want to give too much away, but just the way it was, dog. The movie was great. I really think the movie was really good, and I'm actually shocked. I can't believe it. I don't think I've ever seen a movie where I'm like, this movie's gonna be trash when I see the trailer, and then even watching the trailer, I was like, the trailer gave way too much away. Way too much away. No, it didn't. Like, it didn't. Seeing the movie, I'm like, no, I didn't get any of this from the trailer. Like, this is different, and the way. Lee Winnell, I don't know if I'm pronouncing his last name right,
I wouldn't.
who
fucking
directed
know.
Upgrade.
Oh.
Oh, him. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right, but the way he would do shots was just, it was crazy. It was crazy. There would be scenes where, you know how like when you have a camera like on your phone, you press focus, everything behind it blurs out. It'd be looking at a character, but they'd be blurred out and it'd be focused behind them.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Or people would leave a room and the camera would stay. And then the camera would leave. The camera shots were just like, I would say when it comes out, you got to check that movie out.
I might go to the theater to see it.
I really liked it. I would see it again. Like, I really liked that movie. And this now, I'm like, all right, I have to keep my eye on this guy. Upgrade.
Right.
I think Upgrade is great. I liked it. He made this, and I think I loved it more because I really love horror movies, and it's so rare when I get a good one. So when a good one comes out, I get so, like when I saw A Quiet Place, I was just so, I'm like, oh, a good horror movie.
I wanted to talk about the trailer for the second one. Now, I didn't see the full trailer. I only saw like snippets on Facebook advertisement, and it was telling a different story. Like, I saw Krasinski or whatever the hell.
Yeah, it's going to show prior to a little bit prior. They're going to show it break out. In the trailer, they show a whole. So how much of
I
that
didn't see
you
the.
see?
No, I only saw this one. I saw like.
Is it him just walking and the cop car's there and the monster just.
Yeah, it comes out and like punches the car or something. I don't know.
And he starts taking off.
Yeah, he starts running. Yeah, it's like, it was literally like maybe a 10-second snippet. It's Facebook. So it's just like, And when I saw civilians in society and him walking and then that thing just coming out and just out of nowhere, just fucking Superman punched that. I was like, oh, this is what I'm talking about.
See, they're like, all right, we showed you the monster.
Yeah.
We showed you. So let's show you like broad daylight. It's just like there was things in that trailer. I'm like, that's gonna be. I can't wait to see the movie. They didn't put another release date on it, which really sucks.
It'll be a couple weeks.
I was really excited to go see it next week.
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot of movies coming out in the next month or two that I really care about.
Yeah.
Like a Bloodshot was on my radar. I'm like, all right, let me see how this goes, and then. It just reviews no. Apparently, it's a terrible movie. So I'm like, all right, I won't bother. I knew it was gonna be either.
Can
I saw
Vin
the
Diesel
trailer,
do a good movie?
When's the last time he actually got
XXX? I mean, he's Groot, but Jesus
You know
Christ.
that movie, The Last Witch Hunter?
Yeah.
They're making a second one.
I heard it sucked twat.
Dog. Yes, and it did terrible in the box office. You're telling me Vin Diesel is such like just actor like that, like one of the top tiers for like action. You know what I mean? You have him.
Yeah.
That you're gonna make a Last Witch Hunter
Well,
too?
is he really
What?
top tier action though?
I think his name sells.
Yeah, his name sells, but
Yeah.
just
I don't mean top tier as in like actually being that great, but like the name literally selling.
It
You know,
does,
you put
it
it on a
does.
movie, like he's one of those, and there's only a handful of them. There used to be more, I feel like, back in the day. You know what I mean? We had the like
Action
Steven
heroes?
Seagal and Jean-Claude Van Damme
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone. It's like
Yeah.
we got a couple now. We got a
Yeah,
couple
yeah.
now, like Dwayne The Rock Johnson. You put his name on a movie,
it's gonna
like,
sell.
It's gonna do pretty good.
Yeah.
Same with Jason Statham.
Yeah. I just wouldn't put Vin Diesel that high up there. He's not one of the higher ones. You know what
I
I'm
only
saying?
see him as high up there because of the fact that if you put his name on a movie,
It'll
it
sell.
sells, yeah.
But the top motherfuckers.
when you think of
Yeah,
top
I'm
action, I
saying.
think Jason Statham. I even think The Rock.
The
I'll even
Rock.
put The Rock in there too, for sure.
The Rock for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah, but like, is he really? But that's what I'm saying.
Even
Is he
Keanu
really that
Reeves.
high up where you're gonna make a movie that the reviews were terrible, it didn't do well in the box office, and you're gonna make a second one? Second one, why? Because he wants to do it.
Well, Vin
You just
Diesel might
listening
not
to him?
want. Vin Diesel might not want to do it, but he's getting paid X amount.
So he doesn't care.
Yeah, exactly. But I think Vin
What would
Diesel,
make the studio want to do that? It confused me so much when
Unless-
he announced it. I was like,
unless they got a new director and they have that creative control type of, and they got some weird radical idea like the Joker. You know, who was the guy who said it the best? He said it the best. He said, "I only come back and do it
Jim Carrey when he was talking about coming back and do The Mask.
if it was a what."
If some visionary director
A
came on and
visionary
had-
director.
yeah,
That's
yeah. And
I got to keep that in my
I
brain.
love that response.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
it's like it doesn't make sense to me. But if somebody came to me with an idea and I'm like,
A visionary
visionary.
director that has this concept that is beyond the franchise. That's more than just selling tickets because it's called The Mask. That's, you know, and maybe I'm just blowing smoke out of my cunt, right? But maybe that's what they're doing with The Witcher 2.
maybe
I mean, The Witcher 2.
The Witcher
What is
2.
it called? What is it called?
the Last Witch Hunter.
The Last Witch Hunter. Jeez,
No, it's funny.
Witcher 2.
That would have went right. I was just gonna let it go. Like I knew
I
you were
bet.
talking
I know,
about.
yeah. I let it go for a second.
Jesus. Yeah, I heard they're doing another Witcher game. I never played any of those, so I don't. I stopped halfway through the Witcher series. Guys at work are trying to get me to finish it, and I'm like,
It
I don't know,
sucks.
guys. I hit a point where I was like, I don't really want to watch it anymore. Henry Cavill is appealing, very appealing. That's actually the only thing that kept me going as far as I did.
Yeah, you
I
wanna
love
fuck him?
seeing him play that character, and I don't even know that character like that.
You didn't hear what I said, did you?
What?
I said you want to fuck him.
I said, yeah, didn't I? Want to fuck him? Yeah, I'll fuck him in any character he
You were
plays.
like, yeah, you know, Henry Cavill's really appealing, like really appealing. I'm like, yeah, you want to fuck him? You know, I mean, Jesus, he couldn't come off more of faggot.
Jesus Christ. Any fucking way.
I mean, he is a pretty looking.
Oh, I mean,
He's a pretty looking.
chin.
It's more than his chin, you know.
Yeah,
he's a
that
pretty
scene-
looking
that
motherfucker.
scene- That sounds so gay. But the scene in Man of Steel, after the whole like thing out in the ocean's burning down, and he's like holding everything up, and he's like,
Yeah, he's like jacked. Yeah. Well, not that, just like his face.
it's insane. Oh, you think it's cute? I'm saying I,
mean,
thought he was just
You're saying he's sexy. I get it.
and you think
I
he's
think
cute.
he's just, you know.
I think he's cute. I don't think he's sexy.
Yeah, there's a big fucking difference.
two big words.
No, he's a pretty looking motherfucker though.
Henry
And he's
Cavill.
got Geralt's voice down pat.
Yeah, see, I don't know, but I
Oh my
like his
God.
portrayal of that character.
He
Like,
looks, I mean, he sounds just like
Does he?
Geralt. Doesn't really look that much like him, but sounds
yeah, I didn't
just
think
like
he looked.
him.
You remember the first pictures that came out of him? We talked about
Oh,
it on
yeah.
one of the early episodes when we first started doing it, and I'll
Yep.
never forget it. I scrolled on the laptop, and I'm like, the first pictures of the of Henry Cavill as The Witcher. You looked at it, went, he
Yeah.
looked so fun. And then they made him look better when the trailer came out.
Yep.
You know, a
Yep.
little more,
More rugged.
grizzled,
Yeah.
rugged, but like
His hair was like
that first
silky white. He was like
he
clean
looked pretty.
shaving.
He looked like a female in that picture.
like a
That
little
first
bitch.
picture that came out, I was like, let's say about that.
Yeah, he looked like a pussy. But, you know, are we out of time? What do we got?
Pretty much 10 seconds.
10 seconds. Woo! What are we going to do in 10 seconds? I don't know. Who knows?
Pull my dick
It's going to be a
out.
wild ride.
Anything else in the last? You got
What is
something?
it?
What is it? Oh, all right. That's all we got today on episode 22
Your laugh? I couldn't
of,
tell if it was Layla or you. Jesus Christ.
of the Power Button Podcast. Be sure to
Episode
like
2?
22?
22. Okay.
Episode 2.
I was like, holy God.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Share with your friends.
Yeah.
Drop down in the comment section. Let us know what you think about whatever the hell we just talked about. I can't even remember.
Yep.
Just remember Grievous.
Yep.
Yeah, we're going to watch it after this.
Yep. And Godzilla.
Until next time, guys.
Peace out, motherfuckers. My shit go?